网友们好，我是潘老师。网友中有不少人想送他们的孩子来加拿大读高中，希望了解加拿大高中的入学要求、英语的课程设置、寄宿家庭费用等方面的情况。我很高兴，我有机会在线上采访了我们桑德贝公立学校 Lakehead Public Schools International， 也叫湖首公立学校国际部的主任 Steven Johnson。他对观众们感兴趣的问题一一做了回答。英文较好的朋友可以听我对 Steven Johnson 采访的英文原文。如果想听我对谈话内容要点的中文翻译，可以快进11分钟去看中文版的内容。
Hi, Stephen. I'm so glad to have you here. I have some questions for you. Actually, I'm asking on behalf of my audience.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having me. I'm looking forward to our conversation.
Okay. The first question is, how many international students have been attending Lakehead Public Schools in the last 3 years? What countries are they from?
Well, when I started in this position 3 years ago, it was a very young and new program. I came in and we had, I think, 16 students at the time. And like I said, it was a newer program. We were still learning the ins and outs of the sector. But since then, we've grown each year. And in the current school year, the 2020-2021 school year, we were projected to have 45 international students coming from 9 different countries. Obviously, with the current state of the world in the pandemic, not all of those students were able to travel, but still a very good feel-good story for the growth of the program.
Mm-hmm. What is the age group? Are they from grade 9 to grade 12, I'm guessing?
We typically do K to 12. So from JK to grade 12, we will accept students. But typically we're recruiting for those secondaries. So the 3 high schools, our grade 9 to grade 12. Anything younger than the secondary, usually those are students that are coming with their parents or family members.
Mm-hmm. Do you follow up with the graduates? Let's say some students have already graduated from high school. Where are they now? What universities are they attending now?
We still stay in touch with a lot of our students. I still not only myself, but teachers and guidance counselors are still emailing with students of past that have graduated and moved on. And I'll give you a little background on our program. The goal of our program is to recruit from a broad array of countries and not have one large student population from a specific region. So when students come, they're really experiencing a high quality education system, receiving an authentic Canadian experience in our beautiful city, and most importantly, improving their English. So when students from China, for example, come, it's not like Toronto or Vancouver, where they can find large populations of other students from China in the schools. Here, they're really forced to focus on improving their English and getting involved with the domestic students. And as far as our past students, we've had a lot of success with the majority of our international students remaining in Canada after graduation and being accepted into their first choice universities. So this year alone, we have international students with us studying in person and virtually, accepted into University of Toronto, UBC, McGill, McMaster, so some of the top universities in Canada. And then in the past, we've also seen international students continue to study post-secondary in other countries. So they've moved on to the US, the UK, or Australia.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah.
So the next question is, what are the admission requirements? Do the students have to pass some kind of English proficiency test in order to get admitted?
It's pretty straightforward, the application process with us. When a student applies, we like to see an average around 70% on their transcripts of the 2 previous years, as well as a letter of recommendation from a current teacher is helpful as well. When the students are accepted, our ESL coordinator will host a video call with them and conduct our own English assessment so we can better prepare their course timetable. It's not a pass or fail test. It just helps us determine what level English they have and make sure that we're setting them up for success. However, we do have students that come just for grade 12 with the goal of graduating in 1 year. For those students, we would like to see an English proficiency test if possible, either Duolingo, IELTS, or TOEFL. Duolingo is the easiest and cheapest that can be done online, and many universities are now accepting it as well, so it can be used for both.
Wonderful. Does Lakehead Public Schools offers ESL courses to help international students improving their English level?
Definitely. So during the pandemic, because of the pandemic, we've kind of shifted our model somewhat to reflect the need for virtual studies. So throughout the summer, we do offer credit granting courses online, as well as daytime and evening summer ESL courses for various levels of English. So this is a great opportunity for students to get started before they arrive in Canada, whether it's to work on improving their English or just to earn some credits to allow some more flexibility in their timetable when they do arrive. And then once they do arrive and are prepared to study in person, how our ESL works is a little bit different than some schools in Ontario. It's a one-to-one model, and as students need help in their regular classes, they can go to the ESL classroom and get a lot of one-to-one attention with our ESL teachers.
Oh, wow. One-on-one, that's great. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So if they have a test or an assignment or just a lesson that they need some help with, they go to our ESL teachers and write those with them.
What are the supports international students receive to help them fitting into the Canadian school setting?
Yeah, we have a lot of supports in place right now. So we have myself, who meets regularly, the international student coordinator. I meet with the students usually monthly, whether it's just to see how they're doing, how school is going, how is life at their homestay. And then I also regularly host activities after school. So we'll go out and do things like rock climbing, snowshoeing, different events like that, just to bring not only our international students together, but our domestic students as well. And then on top of that, each of our secondary schools also has an international student guidance counselor. So they're there to help them transition to the new school, meet with their new teachers, meet with other students, and as well as make sure that they're signing up for the courses that they need for post-secondary. So they'll walk them through the whole process of applying for universities and colleges, communicating with them what is needed, what courses and credits they might need to help set them up for success.
Wow, sounds like a lot of supports.
Yeah, we have a great educational system in place here, but also it's part of the experience is giving them that Canadian experience as well, and the social experience. And so we try to nail all of those in our program. How I like to explain Thunder Bay is it's kind of where an upscale city meets the great outdoors of Canada. So you have everything that you need from a big city, the movie theaters, the lots of different types of restaurants, shopping districts, the mall. And then on top of that, within 10 minutes of the city, you can be at 100 different lakes, cross-country ski trails, mountain bike trails, ski hills. It's a beautiful city here.
Yeah, totally agree. Okay, the next question is, do most of the international students require homestay placement? And how does it work? Does the school board help with finding a host family?
Unless students are coming with a family member, which is pretty rare, it's mandatory for them to stay with our homestay partner. So through our homestay partner, custodianship is provided, and our families that are selected, they go through a pretty significant process to become a homestay. So these families are interviewed, they go through police checks and house visits to ensure that it's not only a comfortable home for the student, but it's also going to be a great family that wants to help and be involved and really help these students transition to a new community. This is half of their time in Canada is going to be spent with their home state. So it's an area that we really find important and we want to get right the first time. The current state of the world, we've had to put a couple things on pause. But in a typical summer, what we're looking to do is host summer ESL camps, whether it's a 2-week program at Kingfisher Education Center. So what that is it's more of an outdoor education center where they're going to be learning a lot of outdoor science activities, but also during the mornings, it'll be ESL focused. So they're improving their English and working with teachers and then doing a lot of outdoor activities throughout the afternoon. Have looked into providing a type of hockey camp where the mornings might be ESL and then the afternoons are hockey or sport related. So hopefully the pandemic can finish up so we can get back to normal and start providing our students with these types of activities.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So if some of my audience, they're interested in sending their kids to come to Thunder Bay to attend Lakehead Public School, what is the application process? Like, is the application form online? Do I send them to you?
They can either contact me directly through email, which is just Stephen_Johnson@lakeheadschools.ca, or they can visit our website, which has our application forms and tuition information and things like that. And that's international.lakeheadschools.ca. And yeah, I'm very available. They can find me on WeChat as well, which is
really?
Yes, I always get that reaction like, oh, you know what WeChat is. Definitely.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much for being with us.
Yes, thank you for having me. We look forward to bringing in some more students from China.
以下是谈话要点的中文翻译。第一个问题是，过去3年内有多少国际学生就读于Thunder Bay的公立学校？3年前，当我刚接手这个工作的时候，仅有16名国际学生。后来逐年发展，至2020年、2021年这个学年，我们录取了45名国际学生，来自9个不同的国家。但是由于新冠疫情，一些学生不能够来加拿大。这些国际学生都是9年级到12年级这个年龄段吗？我们接收任何年龄段的国际学生，从幼儿园到12年级，但绝大多数国际学生都是9年级到12年级。如果低于9年级的，他们往往由家长陪同前来留学。你们和往年的毕业生有联系吗？他们目前都在哪里？都上哪些大学？国际学生来Thunder Bay可以接触原汁原味的真正的加拿大文化，因为我们并不从某一个国家招大量的国际学生，因此国际学生来这里就被逼着必须要提高英文，与加拿大本国学生交流。我们对过去的毕业生进行了跟踪，很多毕业生被他们第一志愿的大学所录取，比如说被多伦多大学 UBC 或者 McGill 大学录取。也有一些毕业生去了其他国家接受高等教育，比如英国、美国、澳大利亚等。你能说一下录取的要求吗？需要通过英语水平测试吗？我们要求国际学生过去2年的平均成绩在70分以上。老师的一封推荐信也很重要。然后我们的英语老师就会跟这个申请人在网上聊一聊，了解一下这个学生的英语水平，以便这个学生来了之后能够给他足够的帮助，把他安排在相应的英语水平的班级里。这个并不是一个考试。如果这个学生是要来上12年级，1年后就要上大学的话，需要提供英语成绩，可以是 Duolingo、雅思或者托福。这3种考试中 Duolingo 最方便也最便宜，很多大学都认。学校向国际学生提供 ESL 课程，以帮助他们提高英文吗？今年由于疫情，我们在网上提供 ESL 课程。今年夏天 就像那些还没有来加拿大的国际学生提供 ESL 课，这些 ESL 课程根据学生的不同水平分不同的级别，以帮助学生提高英文水平，来了加拿大之后能够顺利地完成高中的学业。这些夏季的 ESL 课程也可以算学分，这样学生来了加拿大之后可以减轻课业负担。我们这里的 ESL 课程与安省其他学校的不同之处在于，除了课堂教学以外，学生还得到老师1对1的辅导和帮助。学校采取哪些措施以帮助国际学生迅速融入加拿大的校园呢？我本人作为国际学生主任，每个月都定期的跟国际学生见面，了解他们的学习情况以及与寄宿家庭的关系等，还组织课后的活动，比如徒步、玩雪鞋等。每个高中也都有国际学生的辅导员，他们会帮助国际学生迅速地融入加拿大的高中，适应新的学习环境，并且帮助这些国际学生申请加拿大的大学，告诉他们需要多少学分、如何申请等。Thunder 贝有着大城市的所有设施，比如餐馆、影剧院和购物商场，同时开车10分钟就可以到大大小小各种湖，有山有水，有很多滑雪基地。国际学生都需要找寄宿家庭吗？Lakehead的公立学校教委给予他们哪些帮助？除非国际学生是由父母陪同来留学，否则大多数人都需要找寄宿家庭。他们必须要去我们指定的寄宿家庭。我们在挑选寄宿家庭的时候是经过严格筛选的，我们既要访问这些家庭，而且要这些家庭提供无犯罪记录，并且我们要确保这些家庭是真正的对国际学生友善的家庭，因为国际学生来了之后有一半的时间是和寄宿家庭度过的。由于疫情，夏季短期英语夏令营暂时被取消了，否则的话会有为期2周的英语夏令营，上午学习 ESL， 下午各种户外活动，比如打冰球。那么来留学的学费和生活费是多少呢？
现在我们来看一下湖首公立学校国际部的收费标准。如果是一个10个月1年的 program 的话，申请费300加元，学费13400加元，医疗保险600加元，寄宿家庭收费10600加元。如果是一个5个月的 program， 1学期，申请费也是300加元，这个申请费是不退的。学费6700加元，医疗保险300加元，住宿5725加元。另外还有一些其他杂费，例如活动费65加元，毕业费35加元。如果有家长想送您的孩子来Thunder Bay的 Lakehead Public School 留学的话，可以联系 Steven Johnson， 他的联系方式登在 Lakehead Public School International 的网站上，这是他的 email 地址。你也可以打电话给他，或者发微信给他。你看，这是他的微信地址 sj6271810。另外，大家还可以上 Lakehead Public Schools 的网站查找中文版的对学校的情况介绍。你看，这是湖首公立学校国际部介绍的手册。
我叫马子玉，我在Superior 10年级，目前是10年级，明年准备到11年级变成 Senior。我第一次来加拿大来 Thunder Bay 的时候，我感觉孤独，感觉紧张，因为你不知道这里的人是什么样的，你不知道这里的学习环境是什么样的，因为你不会讲英语，所以说我感觉非常非常的紧张。我10年级上学期我选择了英语、数学 计算机，还有体育课。我感觉帮助我最多的是英语，因为你需要写 essay， 你需要读你需要读一本新书，所以说英语这个课是很帮助你的。Yeah, and sports。我今年上学期加入了羽毛球俱乐部，我跟我的韩国朋友赢得了第1名，在 Thunder Bay Open Championship。我现在是在10年级，我的计划是去 University of Toronto，that's 多伦多大学。我的专业是金融，所以说 after that在那之后我想去 Google 我想在加拿大工作，想在 Google 去体验1年2年，然后开始我自己的创业。我第一次想去多伦多 Toronto， 因为那里有很多 Chinese， 有很多 good restaurant， 很多好的饭店，很多好玩的地方。但是自从你在桑德贝待久了你觉得首先这里的人很好，第二你的 English 英语会进步很多很多，因为这里的学习环境是真的不一样，跟多伦多比。因为你在多伦多你没有机会去讲英语，都是中国人，对吧？在这里非常不同的是老师他会非常细心的、非常耐心的去帮助你。他会，如果你有问题的话，及时去问，老师不会说像不耐烦非常有耐心。对，这是加拿大的老师。我能记得最清的是，第一次跟我的朋友 Peter 一起打了羽毛球，而且我们赢得了第1名在这个 tournament。还有我去了Thunder Bay 的 Kingfisher， 是一个户外体验的一个地方。我不喜欢我不喜欢去外面，但是 it was very good experience actually。学习环境吧，这里的英语环境真的很好，可以天天就是每天都是在讲英语。我特别希望更多的留学生来到桑德贝，因为你可以锻炼你的英语，可以提高你的英语。
如果你喜欢我今天的视频的话，别忘了点赞转发，我们下期不见不散。